Okay, so this is the fifth video in the series on navigating Windows 8.1. Now, in the last video, we had a look at different kinds of shortcuts that we could use with the Windows key. And I mentioned about one which is going to be of particular use. And I know that it's a lot of use at our school, and it's something that I know teachers constantly badger Miriam and Lisa about. And that is about how can I connect my machine to a smart TV or maybe an interactive whiteboard or something like that. Now, it's a really easy way to do that with Windows 8, okay, and that is by using the Windows key. If I hold that down, the P key, it will allow me to project something. Now, what you'll notice here is that I've got a few options. I can duplicate my screen, which is what I'm currently doing with my connected device. I can then just click on the TV screen only. I can extend the desktop. Now that's really interesting. That's basically where that you may use an extended one if you, like say for example, using two screens and you want to spread it across a lot of information. You may want to have two different windows up in one particular point in time. So perhaps you're working on a document. You might be looking at some sort of spreadsheet with a lot of data on it, and you need to take some notes on that. And instead of having two windows open side by side on the one screen, which can get a bit congested, if you've got two screens, you can have one document open on one, then another on another. Now, hopefully, I'll be able to show you that if you were there at the PL session. If not, then if you wanted to give me an email, and I'll provide my email details, I can talk to you about doing that. The other thing that you can do is you can also project just to the second screen only. So if I click on that, then that will basically turn off my screen here on my laptop, and it will just project it onto the TV that I've got my laptop connected to. Now, that's a useful way of doing it, particularly because a lot of smart TVs you'd connect with an HDMI cable. However, some of the older ways, or some of the older methods that you may have in your school will be through an old VGA cable, perhaps to a projector for an interactive whiteboard. Now, most computers automatically detect that a device has been plugged in, and it will then start projecting to that particular device. However, it's useful to know the Windows key P function, bring up the projection options so that you can choose what kind of projection options you actually want for your computer. Now, let's say if you're running a different kind of Windows, maybe like Windows 7. Windows 7, what you generally needed to do with that was to right-click on the desktop and go down to where it says Graphic Options and then Output To, and then you choose what you'd want to output it to. Okay, so a clone display basically means that you're going to clone what you see on your desktop to the other display. The extended desktop obviously was spread the information across two screens. Built-in display, that's your own host computer. The digital TV would only put the information from your computer onto that TV, so your laptop screen or your computer screen may turn off. Okay, so aside from that, one of a really helpful tip is to know how to use that properly, particularly when, let's say, for example, if you're using it for a PowerPoint presentation. And I'll show you a quick example of that in another video because I'm running out of time for this one.